Hey, my name is Maureen, and welcome to my channel, His Crosse Designs. Let me show you what I'm going to be making today. From the Dollar Tree, I purchased this 8x11 canvas. I exposed and removed the wooden frame by removing all of the staples around the canvas, leaving me with just the fabric material. I then took this acrylic gray paint named Elephant by Waverly, and I'll be painting the canvas with random strokes in every direction. And as I'm painting this, let me just take a moment to welcome everyone to my channel. If you are a faithful returning follower, or if you're also new to my page, thank you so much for stopping by and enjoying this video, this project, and all the other ones. Let me know how you like it. All right, and now we continue to paint this canvas in a very random direction of the strokes. And before we could continue to the next step, we're going to just go ahead and dry it up. And here are the acrylic paint colors that I'm going to be using for the next steps. Some white, some sky blue, some mustard yellow, some regular light yellow. I did not include the black and the gold, which we're also going to be using. I'm starting with my light yellow and a chippy brush. Yeah, I'm starting to just make random strokes, top to bottom, bottom to top, and just to kind of distress a little bit the look of this canvas. And now right where I'm showing you, we're going to be placing the ground of this picture. So from the center middle, we're going to be creating, as if we're making the rays of the sun from the center outwards. And now I'm going to be creating these rays of the sun, quote unquote, by using the light yellow, the mustard yellow, and some black. Try not to skip on the black, as it provides the contour that it needs. And now we're going to be creating the mount or the ground where the three crosses are going to be standing. I'm going to be using some hot glue to create this scene. Have you ever, quote unquote, painted with hot glue? Let me know in the comments. Now this really works for me, and I really like the effect or the results after I created this scene using this hot glue. But an alternative to this, you may be able to use some modeling paste, some caulk, or even some wall texture paste. Now here you will see me using the handle of a paintbrush, but you may also use a popsicle stick, also known as a craft stick, to smooth out the hot glue as soon as you pour it. And as you could see, I am creating a little mount with the highest point in the middle of the canvas, and on each side you will find a little valley. Are you on Facebook? Well, if you are, I hope you could check out His Girl Designs Official. That is where I am 4 times a week creating live projects. So I hope you could find me and let's be friends. And just to make it a little easier, in the description box, you will find all the links to my Facebook, my Instagram, and also my Pinterest. I hope you can find me there. Let's go ahead and be friends. Now, in case you may be wondering why I'm using 2 different hot glue guns, it is because the hot glue gun needs to continue warming up. So being that I was doing this, creating this during a live video, live show, I needed to use both of them just to make sure that I wouldn't lose the heat on each one of the hot glue guns that I was using. Now, using my hot glue, I'm also creating the crosses. The main cross, which is the one in the center that I'm making right now, will be the cross of Christ. And now on either side of the center cross, I'm going to be making 2 smaller crosses for the 2 thieves that were also hanged on the cross right alongside with Christ. And now that we have created the 3 crosses, now we're getting ready to paint. Now before you get painting, just make sure that you are going to be getting rid of all of your glue webs. You could do this by just picking them out with your fingers, or also by using your heating tool to just melt them away. And as you could see, I'm using some acrylic black paint to start painting the mount where these crosses are going to be standing. And now after using the black paint, we're going to use some of those white, and this one is an antique white, just to start creating the shadows. By the way, in between the black and the white, I did use my heating tool to dry them up a little bit. Otherwise, you're just going to have a lot of gray in your hands. And now I'm going to get ready to start painting the crosses by using some full card gold paint. This one is my favorite one. And I'm just using a detailing brush to just be sure that the gold only goes on the crosses. I'm going to be following the same steps with the other two crosses. And now just to highlight the little mountain, I'm going to be using the slightest amount of gold paint just to do little tiny highlights here and there on that mount. And the last step I'm going to be working on is I want to highlight the middle cross, which is the cross of Jesus. And I'm going to be doing this by just adding some gold leaves to that center cross. I'm going to be adding these pieces of gold leaves right on top of the wet paint, so that way it's going to adhere directly to that. And with that, this project is done. But I need to add the frame back to this canvas, this reverse canvas project, but I did notice that the canvas is too light for this project. So I'm going to be working on, first of all, cutting the excess canvas material around the image, and I'm going to then place it on top just to measure it and make sure that it fits perfectly from the back side of the frame. Remember, we're doing a reverse canvas project. Now, I just mentioned that this frame was a little too light in color, so I'm going to be making it a little darker. And to do this, I'm going to be applying my paint with a wet wipey and a little bit of a water, as you could see me adding to that, to use my antique brown color to just make it a little more easily applicable. And once I finished doing all the painting, I went ahead and dried it up with my heating tool and began using my sanding block to give it a little bit more distressed look to my canvas frame. And friends, I don't know what you think, but I think this looks just stunning. It looks so beautiful. It's so meaningful as well. If the sacrifice that Jesus did on the cross means anything to you, then you're definitely loving this project. And our very last step is simply to glue the frame back to the canvas. Now take a look how it looks. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I really hope that this will inspire you to create your very own one and have a happy Easter, and God bless. Take care. Hope you enjoyed some more of my videos. All right, adios.